Welcome to the VolkesWagon SUVW post-game report.
He is not the most famous Deion to ever pick up a pass in a Falcons uniform, but Deion Jones coming up big time, preserving the Falcons win with that interception of Drew Brees with just over a minute to go as the Falcons beat the Saints and go for a ride 20-17. Hi, everybody. I'm Chris Rose. So the Falcons, they improved to 8-5 overall. They remain firmly on the heels of Seattle and Carolina in the NFC playoff chase. Moments ago, our Heather Cox caught up with a defensive hero.
Deion, congratulations. Your second interception of the season couldn't have come at a better time in the end zone on a potential game-winning drive. What did you see?
Coach just called a great call, and I played it to the best of my ability. I felt like they was going to try me because of the call, and I just had to bow up for my brothers, man. That was it.
Deion, at halftime, your coach, Dan Quinn, said to you guys, this will come down to the final 2 minutes of this game. On a night when your offense struggled at times, how did the defense clamp down in those final minutes?
We always got our brothers back. They go out there, and they pass the baton to us, and that's just how we roll. We just changing the baton, passing the baton to each other, and making the most of our opportunities.
Congrats on a great win, Deion. Mike?
Thank you.
Okay, Heather, thank you. And Deion, who played a heck of a game. Detroit, Green Bay, and Dallas fans, that was a tough one for them because now we have 7 teams in the NFC that have 8 wins. They're at 6-6. So we're seeing a little bit of separation in this very big separation week within the NFC.
But I'll say this about the NFC. I can't wait to watch the playoffs. Who's the best team? You know what I mean? It really is starting to be tough to figure out exactly as they jockey around. And this week, in particular, they're all sort of playing each other again.
That's right. The top 7 teams, you've got 3 matchups of top 7 teams, and the one team that's not playing an NFC heavyweight is Seattle, and they go to Jacksonville. So this is going to sort out, but I think Atlanta really gave themselves a chance to repeat as division champs by what they did in the fourth quarter.
I'll say this about those 2 teams. The game was relatively sloppy.
Yeah.
You didn't see the crisp offenses that we're used to seeing, especially with these 2 quarterbacks out there. A lot of injuries, a lot of different things going on. But that was a gut check. And that's what football is all about. And it's what it's about, especially on Thursday night. You have to go out there and figure out a way to just fight to the end. It's not going to be pretty. The Atlanta Falcons came out of here with a very tough win tonight.
And on Sunday night, you've got another division battle with teams with long bloodlines. Rivalries are hard to come by in a transient player era, but Baltimore and Pittsburgh have maintained that just like these 2 teams have.
A lot of respect, as I've been reading this week, but a lot of chippiness, too. They'll be going at it on Sunday night.
We look forward to that one on Sunday night. Maybe it's as good as the start of this week 14 of the NFL season when Atlanta scored 10 in the fourth quarter to get the win 20-17. Back for a final thought right after this.
Really? Really? Really?
Really?
Really?
See zero in a whole new way. Get 0 down, 0 deposit, 0 first month's payment, and 0 due at signing on select VolkesWagon models. Now with the People First warranty.
Hey guys, stay right here. We have a fantastic show tonight. James Franco is our guest. We have something fun planned with him. Niall Horan is here, plus NFL superlatives. And we're giving away Christmas sweaters. It's a lot of show. You don't want to miss it.
Thank you for watching the VolkesWagon SUVW post-game report.
As mentioned, next stop, Sunday night, the rivalry of the AFC North, the Ravens and the Steelers. Coverage begins 7 Eastern. And next Thursday, Von Miller and the Broncos head to Indianapolis. We'll show most of it to you from Skycam, 7:30 Eastern time. Our final tonight here in Atlanta, Falcons 20, Saints 17. Coming up next on NBC, except on the West Coast. Stay tuned for your local news. And for those of you watching on NFL Network, it's the Mazda post-game show. Thanks to Frankie Deli, Drew Escott, Rob Hyland, the team in the truck, with Chris Collinsworth, Heather Cox, our entire NBC team. Mike Tirico, thanks for watching and good night from Atlanta.
Welcome to the Mazda post-game show.
It was wasn't easy, but the reigning league MVP, Matt Ryan, leads his 27th career fourth quarter comeback, keeping the Atlanta Falcons very much alive in the NFC playoff picture. As we welcome you down to the field here in Mercedes-Benz Stadium, I'm Chris Rowe, joined by a pair of Hall of Famers, the playmaker Michael Irvin and Marshall Falk, and soon to be one, Steve Smith as well. And guys, as we
brother right here.
Once again, Matt Ryan will join us momentarily up here on the set. It was not an easy night for him. 3 interceptions before throwing that touchdown, and the Falcons end up winning this one to improve to 8-5 overall. And they're still on the outside of the playoff picture looking in. Now, if Carolina and Seattle, of course, they're still in front of them. The Saints, they lose for just the 4th time all season. And as you look at the standings in the NFC South, Atlanta, if they win out, once again, they play the rest of the division.
They win.
Guess who's division champs?
Right.
That would be... Yes, do you have a question?
Yeah, I have a statement. I did not expect the Atlanta Falcons to pull this out, but they did. So this is my imaginary pie, humble pie.
Yeah.
Throne,
you might want to hand it to those two as well, who picked the Saints in the pregame show.
No, I felt something. I just
but you didn't call it, so
I didn't have enough guts to go with it. But I did feel something happening here because we talked about it. This team was in desperation mode tonight, and they came out and played like it. Think about those 3 turnovers that Matt Ryan had. It really didn't hurt this team because the defense came back out. You know, we talked that right before the half. That field goal right before the half that they did not get, the Saints came back to Costa.
I just felt like this team, they were in desperation mode. And when you have that, you never know what you're going to get. And I believe a defensive-led team in desperation mode, boy, tough to be reckoned with. An offensive team in desperation mode, not really sure about that. But tonight, this defense came out.
Yeah.
They stopped the run. And that's what we were talking about. The Atlanta Falcons did a really good job at stopping the run. And in the manner, they put it all on Drew Brees to see if he can convert. And I believe Drew got caught up in conservative Drew instead of gunslinger Drew. And we saw him make some mistakes tonight.
Well, here's the other thing, too. You can't give a guy or have an expectation to run a slant and go, without really trying to test out a few times of the slant. How's he going to play? What is he going to do? In the 4th quarter, 3rd and the 4th quarter, you start to see they were 3-man rush, dropping into coverage. You start to see that. But one of the things that you really saw is with the absence of Alvin Kamara, how the lack of adjustments that they made, they were not able to get the big plays that they're used to having. And also, we talked about in the green room is Mark Ingram, him now playing more snap counts than usual because he's rotating.
There you see the reigning league MVP, Matt Ryan, getting ready to join us live here on our set. A 3-interception night, but also a huge touchdown late to give the Falcons a 2017 win. And don't forget, we got Total Access Endgame coming your way tonight on NFL Network following the Mazda postgame show. So hold tight here on NFL Network.
The TNF postgame show is presented by the Mazda CX-5. Driving matters.
Gifts crafted by human hands move us the most, especially those infused with the passion of the people who create them. This holiday, treat yourself to a Mazda, crafted just for you. Celebrate the season with a test drive today. Mazda. Driving matters.
Get your game day started Sunday at 7 a.m. with NFL Game Day Morning.
Cowboys.
In L.A., it's a showdown between Carson Wentz and Jared Goff. Kurt Warner will let you know which young QB has the edge this week. And Eli Manning is once again the Giants starter. Our guys explain it. Eli's emotional return will inspire New York to take down Dallas. Plus, it's Ravens-Steelers week.
Roethlisberger, rifles, fighting for it, Antonio Brown, touchdown!
Will Antonio Brown be the difference maker once again? Michael Irvin has the answer. It all starts Sunday at 7 a.m. Then at 9, it's Rich and the gang taking you right up to kickoff.
And week 14, getting jump-started in style. Matt Ryan overcoming a 3-interception night to throw that touchdown toss to Mohamed Sanu Sr. The Falcons beat the division rival Saints 20-17. And the reigning league MVP, Matt Ryan, good enough to join us. We saw the frustration for you. It was not an easy night. But how do you mentally overcome that sort of start and put it all behind you?
You know that's going to be the case in division games. They're always hard. They know us, we know them. Obviously, the turnovers are frustrating, but they're going to happen, and it's all about how you respond to them, and our guys did a great job of just keeping their mindset on what was in front of us the entire game. I thought our defense played outstanding, made a ton of plays, and then at the end of the game, when it was crunch time, came up with the interception.
A lot of the narrative has been about the offensive coordinator. Kyle Shanahan leaves, of course, Sark comes in. Talk to us about that situation in the offensive coordinator with you guys.
I think Sark's done a good job, man. I think we had a lot of good plays tonight. We were moving the ball pretty well. We should have came away with a lot more points than we did, but turned the football over. But Sark's done a good job. I think he's really come into his own the second half of the season. I think he understands the personnel that we have, how to use those guys. He's done a great job.
Did you guys make a concerted effort to get the ball? I know every week you make a concerted effort to get the ball to Julio, but down in the end zone, maybe the interception. Do you feel like you were forcing sometimes trying to get him the ball because of what happened last week with only 2 receptions?
Yeah, I think it's one of those things. You got to find the right balance. You've got to be aggressive. You got to go to him. You got to give him opportunities to make plays. But at the same time, you don't want to force it. And so, I thought the interception in the end zone here tonight, I think it's a good aggressive play. It's a bad throw. The ball's got to be up higher to give him an opportunity to make a play. But I like giving him chances. I just got to make a better throw.
Hey, Matt, outside of the locker room, us analysts, we sit here and say what we think this game is and how important is it. How important now, you being inside the locker room, can you tell us how important was this game, and then what does this win do for you guys?
Anytime you're in division, it's like it's 1+. You've got to have those games. So tonight was huge. Obviously, we know where we're at. We know where they're at. We know where the division stands. 3 games left. We're right in the mix, and we control our own destiny. So we got to take care of our own business.
You talk about controlling your own destiny. You're standing on the sideline. You're watching Drew drive the ball down the field. What's your mindset? And then take me through when you saw Deion Jones make the catch.
You never want to see Drew Brees going down the field at the end of the game. I've seen it too many times. I mean, you've seen it too.
I've seen it for a decade.
Yeah, me too. And it's always tough. But Deion came up. When he made that interception, I was fired up, man. It was an awesome play, unbelievable hands. He's turning into a great player. Deion's going to be a really good player in this league for a long time.
Kristen talked about it, man. They asked you about what will it take to win this game. You said to have the ball last. Whoever gets this ball last usually wins the game. And you probably will think, oh, my God, here we go again. But your defense comes up big.
Defense came up huge. I was anticipating, holding to a field goal and then us having a 2-minute opportunity at the end of the game to go down and try and get 3 to win, or have to go down and score a touchdown. But our defense stepped up big, got the penalty there at the end and iced it out the clock. It was good.
You guys get the big win tonight. Obviously, you have the weekend off. What will you do now that you're not going to have to play a game this weekend?
Yeah, these games are tough on the front end. It's tough to get yourself prepared and your body right, but it's nice on the back end when you get 2 or 3 days off. That's rare during the season to do that. So I'll just chill out, relax, get out of the building for the weekend, get some rest. This time of the year, get some sleep and get ready for the last 3 games.
All right, now hold on. No.
Instagram us a picture with that Minnesota Vikings hat on
exactly.
that you're going to have on Sunday as you watch that game between Minnesota and Carolina. Can you just tweet out a picture and let us see it?
I don't know about that.
Yeah.
We'll see.
And if you're going to do that,
the wound is still fresh, man, from last week.
Hey, while you're doing that, you need to root against Seattle, too. So put your Jacksonville Jaguars hat on for the second half of the late game there. There you go.
Anybody in the AFC, I guess.
Yeah.
But to that, that's a great question. Do you guys look at all of those scenarios, or are you in the locker room saying, let's just win out and win the division? Because that's the bottom line.
I think that's the mindset. Who cares about anything else? If we handle our business, if we prepare and play the way we're capable of, we're going to be where we want to be. And at the end of the day, that's all that matters.
You guys started 7-5 a year ago. You ran the table. You ended up in the Super Bowl. You were 7-5 before tonight. You can use that as a little rallying cry if you want in the locker room.
Be good. We got to finish it off the right way, but it'd be good to get on a stretch again.
Hey, we were outside. It was a little chilly. Why does Irv still have a coat and a scarf still on?
Swag, dude.
Man, thank you. Oh, my God. Thank you for understanding. It ain't about comfort. It's about style. You're a good man, Matt. Way to know that. Way to know that answer. Great answer. Great answer. Great answer.
You know what? That's why I don't root for you guys. That right there. I joke. I'm just teasing.
So somebody asked you what you're going to be doing this weekend. I know, you tweeted out that picture of you and your wife. You're expecting twins.
Congratulations, man.
Congratulations.
You've got.
I'm going to be doing whatever my wife tells me to do.
Good.
Right.
You got a
great answer.
I'm going to take care of her this weekend, that's for sure.
Very nice.
Good
you got
job.
a bunch of fathers up here. Get your rest now. Because in about 4 or 5 months,
It's all downhill from here.
it's over, pal.
I hear you.
All right. Hey, congratulations on the huge win. Falcons improved to 8-5. Continued
Big win.
success. We look forward to seeing you the rest of the way.
I appreciate it. Thank you, guys. Thanks for having me on.
Matt Ryan, your reigning league MVP. Plenty more coming your way. The Falcons coming up huge. It was Dion, not Sanders, but Jones putting the exclamation point on the Falcons win over the Saints. More coming your way from Atlanta. And then after that, it's Total Access Endgame with a full recap of tonight and getting you all set for the rest of Week 14, including the first ever meeting between Goff and Wentz. Play of the night, Deion Jones, the second-year man, stopping the Saints with just over a minute to go. The interception in the end zone, preserving the 3-point win as the Atlanta Falcons improved to 8-5 overall. From one Deion to another, coming up after Total Access Endgame, you've got another edition of the timeline. The 91 Falcons. How the Falcons won the city back. Oh, that was a great team to watch. And, of course, that's all coming your way tonight after Total Access Endgame. For a preview, here's Dan Hellie.
Dan, maybe you should say something.
You want me to talk?
Yeah, please
right,
talk.
I'll start talking right now. Thank you, Chris. Coming up on Endgame, we're going to be going all into this game. And Devontae Freeman already all into the Saints, by the way, tweeting this out a short time ago.
Goodness.
8 LOL from
Too
the
soon,
Falcons.
man.
Running
A little too soon.
Is it?
Man, they got to go down there. They still got to go down there.
Yes,
they do.
I don't know exactly
I kind of like
why
it, though.
he would do that this soon after the game, but
Get the boil rolling.
yeah,
Get
it's
it
going to give
rolling.
us a little something to talk about. This is just a heartbreaker. Two of the reasons they have been so good this year, the Saints, Drew Brees, and head coach Sean Payton, two of the reasons they lost this game. We're going to be delving into it all coming up on Endgame in just a few minutes with these three fine gentlemen. We'll see you then.
All right, Dan, thank you very much. All right, so the New Orleans Saints lose for only the 4th time all season, and Sean Payton lost his cool a little bit at the refereeing crew. Of course, 11 penalties called on the Saints this evening. He went after Clete Blakeman a little bit after the game. I don't know, the illegal trip? What happened? Clicking heels?
He's just going to pass.
Come on now.
That's all.
Incidental contact.
Incidental?
Yeah.
No flag on that one.
No.
All right, so big picture here in the NFC South. If the Falcons win out, they're division champs.
Wow.
Michael Irvin, do you still like the Saints moving forward?
I like the Saints when they're at full strength. When you lose the power of that offense, when they lost in Kamara, that changes a lot of things. It really does. And you saw that tonight. Steve already talked about how some of those big plays were missing out of the short throws that became big plays. I still like them at full strength, but I like what I saw here out of Falcons because we talked about this. This was a desperation game. It said when we needed to come together, we came together and we showed you our championship pedigree.
I like the Saints as well, but I'm telling you, an ugly win sometime can prompt some really, really good football. They got away tonight with their quarterback playing bad, their star receiver not being as good, and their defense really held them together because the Saints didn't get many points off of turnovers. So when you can win games like this, it makes you think, boy, if we play better, we can really run the table and do some damage.
Yeah, I mean, I like the Saints, but watching the Atlanta Falcons this night, tonight,
right.
I'm encouraged and say, hey, you better watch out. But also, too, Carolina Panthers, they're dangerous. So you got 3 teams that are going to fight each other for momentum going into the playoffs, which is going to make it very intriguing. And it makes Week 17, Carolina Panthers versus the Atlanta Falcons right here in the stadium.
It's going to be big.
It makes it exciting, and these people are going to be jumping all out of their seats.
That'll be the next time the Falcons actually play at home. They're on the road at Tampa Bay and New Orleans the next 2 weeks. So, guys, I appreciate you having me here on Thursday Night Football. But in the pregame, real quickly, I just want to remind you, who'd you pick? Just give me a team.
Come on, man. All right. Rich, you're really.
Good job, Rich.
Boy, you are really.
Good job,
Rich.
Something about
Turning into Rich over there.
Right.
Wow.
Yeah,
good job.
You are
Good job,
really
Rich.
turning into Rich over there.
Will you stop it?
We miss you, Rich.
Oh, stop it. It's something about the chair, guys. That's what happens.
We miss you, Rich.
It's just something, it's such a
We got
rarity.
a sub in here doing the same thing you do. But no, we all took the Saints, Chris, and you did take Atlanta, and it was a great win for them.
Yeah.
Oh, you said that just...
Oh, so you're tuning your own horn.
No, not at all. I was just curious. I'd forgotten. I've got a selective memory.
Yeah.
Your own horn.
You're fact-checking. Well, you know what? I didn't, so please. You think I'm a
no.
Look at this guy.
My man, is that it? You're walking up? All right, you guys. Mike? You're never going to leave extra camera time. I know that.
My best buddies, which is camera 1, camera 2, camera 3, camera 4.
The Saints.
My best buddies.
They built a lead, but Matt Ryan with another comeback, overcoming a 3-interception night, and it was the defense that got it done. Falcons a 20-17 winner. Total Access Endgame coming your way. Hold tight.
Thank you for watching the Mazda Post-Game Show. Brought to you by the Mazda CX-5. Driving matters.
Gifts crafted by human hands move us the most, especially those infused with the passion of the people who create them. This holiday, treat yourself to a Mazda, crafted just for you. Celebrate the season with a test drive today. Mazda. Driving matters.